So we're here with the Piss Wizard.
Fuck, is that the episode title now?
Finally, the Piss Wizard.
My
Piss Wizard.
Lord, it's Wizard's Piss, guys. If you're going to rag on me, get it correct, okay? My multi-award-winning sold-out show. Yes, continue.
Wizard's Piss. So we got Brady Blake, which we will talk about what we did in a second. First of all, shout out to our sponsors.
Yes, Raunchy.
Yep.
Raunchy Brewing Co. They are the beer that's actually good.
And we're doing their end of year Christmas wind up with us.
Yes.
So at the Dean, December 15th, ticket link in the bio.
Yeah, good point.
Free for Patreon top level, half price for mid level, and normal price for our $5 legends.
Yeah, love that. So, they are a very good beer. They got the Sir Henry Stout, which I really like. And you like the heavy diesel? There's Chicks Flicks or something like that.
Heavy diesel sounds good.
He
It's
likes
6.5%.
Fuck.
Yeah. So I don't really like beer, but that one I can have because I feel like it's having an effect.
Yeah. It's called passing out, dude. Blacking out.
This shit'll get you out your shoes.
Yeah.
But major sponsor, alltradescover.com.au. If you are a
as you can
tradie
see
or if you've got your
behind.
own business,
Beautiful.
they do your public indemnity, public liability, insure your tools, all that sort of stuff. And they have been a big supporter of the pod. And when I say they, John Elliott, listen to his episode, Walk Some Camels Across Australia. He got done with some insurance. He probably insured himself.
He definitely was insured.
100%.
It's definitely
He made his
insured.
trip profitable somehow.
Yeah, somehow. But, mate, awesome episode. Thanks
Yep.
for coming back on. It's
Yeah.
always fun. A lot of energy.
Yeah.
Man, I had a great time as usual,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you very much. We solved so many issues.
Yeah.
I
Solved a
can't
lot.
wait for everyone to hear about it. Really open up their minds, you know?
What did we chat about? I can't really recall.
Diving,
Yeah.
motorbike riding.
Smuggling drugs out of
Smuggling-
Thailand.
Oh my God. The only person in the world to smuggle drugs out of Thailand. Not into.
That's the best story.
What a child.
Yeah.
And we got don't drink and drive, fighting with police.
Yep.
Wearing someone else's shoes for a specific reason.
Yeah, fighting.
Doing a shoey is a whole different meaning in this episode.
Yeah. But yeah, good fun stories. Yeah, good episode.
Yeah.
Always good to have you on, man.
Good fun.
Mate, always a pleasure, guys.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Legendary. Let's get hard.
Let's get home.
Welcome to Hard Yarns Podcast.
I am fucking fat.
Anything Chris White says, please disregard it.
5D is actually a state of being. It's a unity consciousness.
That was Hard Yarns with me, Frankie Rose. So I'm going to throw it over to your co-host.
Daniel Delby.
And Cameron Branch.
I would do this and then I'd gong.
Free in attendance for the millions listening at home. Let's get hard.
Is that okay?
Yeah, cool, man.
Great.
Yeah, we've got.
We'll go for 4:30 alarm. We might.
Cool. Yeah,
We might be done with you in 40 times.
Every 10 minutes, you know, it depends how funny I am. Fuck, the pressure's on.
Fucking hell.
Well,
Yeah.
I think you'll be in the running for this year's
Oh, the clip of the year or
funniest clip.
something?
Well, man,
Shit.
I was waiting until we get on the pod because I was going to start rinsing. I was like, all these fucking philosophers are on there. And this can't happen.
Well, next week you should see who we got next week. We've got like a spiritual success coach. We've got a psychedelic scientist,
Stephen Bright
Dr.
coming
Stephen
back
Bright,
on.
Yeah.
and a climate scientist.
Yeah, right.
And then this week we have Brett Blake.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, well, we're going to do the Christmas comedy special. We're going to do some stand-up, but we've decided we're going to do some Hard Yarns awards like Dousties, but like for the pod.
Oh, cool.
So we'll do like funniest clip, funniest guest, most interesting segment, or
This?
best shit story.
Fuck yeah. Well, actually, we can go through that sort of stuff. But this is the first beer I've had in this studio.
Yeah, right. Except for Raunchy, of
Cheers,
course.
old son. Thanks for that. It's, that's nice. That's
Those
good.
listeners here, they're enjoying a beautiful Raunchy lager.
Oh, wait, are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh, is it started?
Yeah, we just
Of
roll
course.
in, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Oh, my Lord. I would have been funny. I would have come in with cans. I'm like, we're having a little banter over here. I had an intro planned. I normally talk more shit. Fuck, now I'm a loser.
Okay, welcome to the Hard Yarns podcast with this week's guest, Brett Blake.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm back. 100.
This is the fake Brett now.
This is me on. I was actually mincing around in a skirt before, and now I've got to pretend like I'm a man. But I just wanted to rinse because I love the pod, but you always have philosophers on. You've got all these educated people, and me, I've got the highest clip rating for talking about picking up a shit in the ocean.
Yeah, your clip went fucking berserk.
Yeah, it was. So I was like, I scrolled through this before I got here. I was like, beat that nerd, beat that nerd. Oh, I only eat meat. Shut up, cunt. You know? Pick up a hefty shit, you know?
It was probably a carnival shit, mate.
Actually, I think
It probably was, yeah.
I think Chafee's clip actually got about 2 mil.
Oh, who cares? I didn't go that far back, you know? Don't take this away from me, boys. This is all I've got. But last time I was on, I started off on the top just absolutely spraying Kyle Legacy.
Yeah.
And previous listener, I was like, he's a bum, he's a mooch, he just lives on people's couch, he's a fucking dead shit. And then a year later, I'm doing that. So currently homeless, so that's nice. If anyone has a couch, I'm around.
What's any state? Are you a drifter? Or are
I'm
you
drifting at the moment because me and my partner, we broke up,
Yeah.
and then she's got the house. We're renting, whatever. It's not like she took the house.
She's got the house.
She's got the house.
She has the rental agreement.
She's got the lease, and then I was staying at a mate's house for a couple of weeks, and then I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking hit the road.
Yeah.
But I was last because I think one of the episodes, Branchy was talking about manifesting things. Oh yeah. And I've always wanted to be a V8 supercar, as you got just a car, not a person. I want to be a dinosaur.
Yeah. Put my hands real close.
I've always wanted to be a V8 supercar driver, and I've kind of closely got my wish because I'm staying in my mate's loft and I'm staying below his Scale Electric's car setup of Mount Panorama. And I was like, is this
Close. I thought you were staying in his kid's bed, the car bed.
It's even sadder because this setup's like fucking, it must be half the room. I'm like,
Is it sadder because he's an adult with a Scale Electric's parrot thing? Or is
look,
it sadder
when he
because...
first said he had the Scale Electric setup, I was like, that's fucking pathetic. But then I saw it, I was like, this is sick. It's got a little screen for the time trials and shit.
yeah.
And I'm like, okay, all right.
Man, I think we spoke about Scale Electrics literally last episode because growing up with the 90s with Sarah.
Yeah.
Does it work or does it come off the track?
Yeah, we did. We did. Yeah.
His one goes, and then it's also got overtaking lanes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's full. It must have been 10 grand or something worth of setup. And then he's got all the different cars, and they match all speeds. And I'm like, brother, this is what happens when you've been married for too long and you don't get a room. You know what I mean?
So David Reynolds is listening going, that's cute.
Yeah.
I've got an
Actually,
actual supercar.
speaking of Dave, because you're a massive fan of Dave as well, hey?
Yeah, so...
He's a fan of you. Do you know this?
Yeah, well...
He fucking loves it.
Man, your podcast has connected the two great minds.
He's sleeping in Dave's house.
He was like, I fucking
the
love
room.
that dude.
Dave's letting me sleep in his boot. It's pretty nice. Got to do a hot lap of Mount. No, but I was in, where was I? I was in the northern, I think I was in Darwin, and then I've been messaging him a few times, and then he showed us around the pits. And,
sick.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things
So
where
good.
he's like chill and probably like, you know, people get to know you over a podcast.
Yes.
But I was fanboying the fuck out. Like, I couldn't get words out. And then I was like, and what does this do?
That's the handle.
And I'm like, oh, does it go fast? Like, I was like, oh, man. I said to him, I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm just a big fan, and this is very overwhelming for me.
How good! And he got the win.
I think it was
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago, he got the
in
win.
Cairns. Was it?
Cairns?
It's in Brent's diary.
No,
Dear
was it
diary
Gold Coast?
today.
Gold Coast. Did you see his, he went up on stage with the
Fire
extinguisher when he's celebrated? And he was squirting people with his fire extinguisher.
Toxic fumes. Just slowly
And you
poisoning
can
his
literally, I
opponents.
said I'd clip this up last time, and I will clip this up this time. I'll find the footage, and he's doing it, and you can see him look down, and someone's clearly giving him the fucking... And he's like, oh.
But also, he's not with Penrite Racing next year, so he doesn't give a shit. Burn the bridge, baby. See you later. I'm off to DeWalt, you know?
He's got a great
Yeah,
new
fuck.
partnership with the Fireys. His new ambassador.
He was over just the other day.
Last Friday.
From Wednesday to Friday, and he did try to catch up. I feel bad. Sorry, Dave. But yeah, we're busy boys.
Humble
Absolute
brag.
ripper bloke, though. Just, I couldn't believe, oh, yeah, here's my number. come down.
He's the best, man.
But classic me, I already had a skinful. I had about 17 beers. I don't think I was meant to go back pit lane. He's like, doesn't matter, mate. Who gives a shit?
I've had 10. No.
They don't breath you on the track. And then one of the like wardens comes up with like a helmet and stuff. They're like, "What are you doing on the track?" I was like, "Mate, I'm with Dave." They're like, "You've got thongs on," and I was like, "What? Balinese workwear? What are you talking about?"
That's sick.
He got us tickets to the Wanneroo one like last year or earlier in the year, and Delby couldn't. He was doing a wedding or something, so I took my daughter, and I was shitting out, going, "Fuck, this is going to be." If she doesn't like the loud noises, I feel like it's going to be an average time. And then Scotty bought in so hard, fucking loved it, and we got to go in the pits, got to do all that stuff. It was fucking, and he's just such a genuine bloke. So, and I know he listens to every episode, so. Fuck yeah!
Now
he's sitting there going, "Fuck yeah!"
Sick.
But yeah, no, he's a legend, man. And it's so good to see him get that win, like after I think 5 years since.
Man, and he had even at Bathurst, he had a rough time as well. Like he was in a very good position as well.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's motorsport and that's racing. So it is what it is.
I haven't watched any of it, but I will be there for the successes.
You're in the pit lane. Yeah. I'm all about the fire extinguisher. Couldn't give a shit how it happens.
That's right.
Classic.
Right.
But you
Good
have,
times.
he is one of the people who gave us feedback on your episode, and your episode did really well, and people enjoy the fucking energy. I can see it right now. But but you've come back with a lesser energy, obviously.
Why?
Living at home, not living out of home.
No,
It's-
Man, I'm living the dream. What are you talking about, brother? I got a Sky Electric car system 24 hours a day. I live on the road. I've been staying in pubs. Man, you guys, I
That's
feel
as
bad
close
for
as you can be to a V8 supercar.
Yeah.
You're living on the road.
Exactly.
That's
I'm
happy
touring.
days.
I might be
very
able to
good point.
actually fulfill one of my dreams is to, which may happen now next year, is to do every single supercar destination across Australia and do like a comedy gig around it.
Sick.
And now that I'm single, who's stopping me, baby?
Who was
And not
Molly?
as she was before.
Yeah,
She was
I was
very
gonna say,
supportive. I'm so sorry, Fiona. I still love you. And, please come back.
Did I?
I was going to say, like, I don't think she was stopping you before.
Where
Still
were,
supportive. I don't know what I'm talking about.
where were you the other day where there was the beatboxer at the pub?
Oh my god, classic like comedy on the Gold Coast is sometimes really hard, and but they've got a good little run going there. But they're one of the gigs. They go, hey, look, unfortunately, there's no show on tonight at this pub, and I'm like, oh, okay, they must have a private function. And I was like, but it's around the corner, so I'll go have a beer. They cancelled the comedy for a beatboxing competition. I've never felt like, a magician's better than us now.
Was it cool or was it shit?
I mean, do you like beatboxing? So you would probably respect the art form or whatever. I actually thought it was. I was mocking it for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But then I was like,
Then the good ones got on?
the good ones got on, and then I was like, fuck, they're actually good. You can't take it away from. It's not my cup of tea, but I can appreciate someone doing something and the level that involves.
An open mic beatboxer is dog shit. But have you seen Tom Thumb? Like,
I've heard of that
he's
name.
done Fringe before, like next level.
When it's
like,
proper, when it's
unbelievable.
good, they're fucking.
Yeah, but when it's just me going,
stand-ups.
drop that beat, bitch. I don't know. I can't rap.
Yeah, rapping's fucking for losers anyway. But,
Classic.
yeah, I was supposed to catch up with you at Gold Coast, but you took a lift. You were you left back to Brizzy.
I was in Brisbane. Oh, man, I've been...
Because I had a teach comedy night. And we finished, I think, at 9 or something, but you're on the way back.
And then I was straight back onto Brisbane. Yeah, I've just, the last month has just been a storm of like Sunshine Coast, Gold Coast, Brisbane. And then I'm like, I was at the airport just before and I was like, why is my mum here? And I was like, oh, yeah. Also, I did have about 10 Valium on the plane. So this is the relaxed version of me.
What did you like the best? Did you do sit down or did you do good chat or did you do all of them?
I did good chat. So I had a couple of days free in Brisbane, did the Good Chat Comedy Festival, but I was up for the Sunshine Coast.
Yeah. Was that
Comedy
Nikki's room?
Yeah, Nikki, and that was so good. All the brewery was there, all the people got around
Sick.
it. And it was just like coming from Melbourne when it's like the weather's a bit shit.
Yeah.
and just staying in this beautiful hotel and going in the ocean every day. I was like, fuck, I'm sick.
Well, you've come fucking the right time of the wrong time.
Right, yeah, 40
degrees.
40
ago.
degrees, man.
It's so. I just went outside for a piss. It's so hot out there when you just came in.
It just, walking out of the airport, it was just a fucking wall. And I was like, oh, yeah, sometimes I don't miss Perth.
Oh, those fires as well. Like they were made for a very
Fuck,
good.
where's Dave when you need him? Extinguish him.
He's out there lighting it, mate, trying to get attention.
Made for a good sunset last night. The
Yeah.
beaches are fucking elite, actually, at the
Yeah.
moment.
A few
but-
people lost a house.
Yeah, I mean, a
but
couple of
the
businesses.
sunset was good.
Actually,
And,
it was all where
Selling
we.
sunset.
It was all where we grew up as well. Wanneroo.
Yeah.
oh, it's all that,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
area. I haven't been paying attention.
Nah,
I
it's out Wanneroo. So
It's kind of like
out near Barbagallo, which is where the
suburbs.
well, actually
You know
not
where
that far.
suburbs meet bush?
Yep.
Yeah, kind of there.
Yeah.
Behind Franklin Road.
But, yeah, literally,
yeah.
all
Yeah,
my
I know
brother
where
and sister.
Wanneroo is, mate. All
They
right,
got
I'm a Forestfield boy.
evacuated.
It's out my area.
They got evacuated.
Yeah.
And stuff. A lot of people,
Yeah.
a lot of friends actually. So yeah.
But sunset was great.
Sunset was great.
Live, laugh, love.
Brother-in-law
Live,
may
laugh,
or may
live.
not have been like, insurance would be good right now, so burn away.
Man, you're not meant to put petrol on the roof. It's water in the drain. Oh, okay.
What have you got
Oh,
on?
fuck yeah.
So you're here for the lounge for the weekend?
Yeah, lounge for the weekend and then to see mum and
Are you
dad.
city or Freo or both? Are you both?
I'm doing the triple. I request the triple. I love the triple.
Are you doing
What's that?
I do. Yeah,
the
Perth,
lift?
Freo, Perth, 3 in a
Right.
row, bang.
So
Love
is that
it.
the one where they go? So you'll go on a bit earlier. Earlier.
you kinda-
you
you-
do the 7 o'clock show. You run over and do the Fremantle and come back and do
you
the.
close every first bracket because they
Yeah.
start differently or something, and then you finish off.
You've
I
got
don't know.
You got a great opener this weekend. It's gonna be
Who's dropping?
Who have I
Well,
You got Balowski doing 15 minutes before you. So it's going to be fucking like electric, man. Scale electric.
I'm scared of that man, so I'm not. He told me off for drinking in his car. I was like, "Fuck, I'm out."
I'm a supercar, mate. What do you mean?
Yeah. And then he goes, you shouldn't drive. So you shouldn't drink in your car and drive. And then took a phone call. I was like, all right, cunt.
What? Who's driving you back and forth tonight?
No idea.
Or tomorrow, sorry.
No idea. I just
Whatever.
throw myself into the wind and they'll
Yeah.
figure it out. Uber,
Yeah,
whatever.
it might be like one of Dan or someone.
yeah, it'd be someone like
But
that.
are you doing gong as well?
No gone. No, I wanted to
Anything
take
tonight?
Nothing.
Really?
Just this, and then I'm going to have a
parents.
barbecue with the parents.
Right,
I
okay,
haven't seen
yeah,
them
okay, yeah.
in like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
And get to
Yeah.
be told how fat I am. And, all the fun stuff.
So wait, your parents from here, are here?
Yeah.
Were you? I didn't know this. Were you
Yeah,
born?
grew up here.
You grew up here.
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
They live
So you
the
moved
same-
there for greener pastures. Yeah.
Well, Emu exported him.
I was doing too much crook shit over there. Let's get rid of it.
Melbourne just swan drafted him.
Yeah.
All right. A little shout out to the beer. I mean, Raunchy's beer. Raunchy's beer.
Raunchy.
Raunchy.
Yeah, no, I'm born in Perth in Forestfield, and then I was I did comedy here for about 2 years, and then I went over to Melbourne, and I've been there for
Brett left
fucking-
as I started.
Yeah, but
Like
been there for 10 years.
about 6 months or a year after.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
So
we never
That's a
really,
win. That's a win for him then.
Yeah, he didn't have to deal with the rap.
the rap. No, lean in. Lean
Yeah,
into the
yeah,
rap.
I'm happy.
Mate,
now.
if you've got a talent, fucking use it. 'Cause
Yeah.
you were on after our beer show or before our beer show, and it blew my fucking mind away when you're doing that and you're putting things. I don't know how it works.
Doing his,
So
doing
Was it
his, doing
Who's
his
Rhyme or
little
my
raps.
solo?
was at the Balmoral.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe Who's Rhyme or my solo, one of the two. Yeah. I just basically my solo is Who's Rhyme now, so I just do as much freestyle as I can.
Everyone.
Anything to avoid doing fucking
Exactly.
joke words. Yeah. Oh man, I'm singing. I got a ukulele at the end.
I beatbox at the end.
Yeah, the last 15 minutes is just me giving people neck massages. You know?
I got a headline spot at the Gold Coast at the end.
Have you got much fringe coming up as well? Like when are you coming over for fringe?
No, I'm taking a year off festivals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've done. I thought about it. I've done 8 years in a row of every fucking festival.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to take a break. I'll still come and do. I'll go to Adelaide for a week because I got my beer show, the Brew Dudes,
Yeah.
which is not.
And you can't turn away too much money.
Nah.
Oh, he's still on the race car circuit now. I don't know if you heard.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that dream might have to wait till I start doing comedy and get making money. Fuck. But I'll do Adelaide because I just enjoy the festival and I always
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
ball and I will actually go and watch some shows and
Yeah,
stuff
right.
like that.
Yeah, sick.
And then my mate's getting married during the Melbourne Comedy Festival, so I'll just do gigs and
Yeah.
the new show I'm working on. I want to take a year to properly write.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it's a harder one for me to tackle.
Yeah, same.
Is it a hard one?
What's
Huh?
he hasn't got 10 minutes. So he's
I got to
tackling-
take another year to.
I'm trying to attempt to make a story. I was I think the last time I was on here, I mentioned it, but when I was 17, I got arrested for assaulting a police officer.
Yeah.
During a riot.
Yes,
and I was
you did,
charged for
yes.
instigating it. Yeah. So I'm trying to make breaking a cop's arm with a brick funny.
Yeah.
So if you guys have got anything right now, we can workshop it.
This is. Oh,
Well,
I remember this.
You're ahead of your time.
I remember
Black
that
Lives
story.
Matter movement, the Trump invasion, like
People
you were
hate
10
cops
years
now.
too
They've been
early.
doing that shit for years, baby. You know.
Yeah. Fuck. How would you like? How do you get?
I think this fun. I don't.
Brick and
There's
Morty.
something there. There's something.
The moment, obviously, the assault moment is not the funny part,
No.
but there's things around it, and also like with anything, that's kind of a turning point, and which didn't make me be a piece of shit and go to juvenile fucking justice or whatever.
Yeah, but didn't you? You told that whole story on
here.
on the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's value to it. Yeah, and like there's something there. There's
Have you
definitely
thought of a
something.
name?
I just thought the quickest one for me was be calling it juvenile justice. 'Cause
Like
that's-
Jew or like juvenile?
No, as in like juvenile, because it's
like
like
a kid.
because it's kind of like childish,
Yeah.
but also
That's pretty
also-
good.
All right, draft one. No one laughed. I'll get a new one. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not really sure on the name, but I'm just trying to fucking really lean into it, and it's a different writing challenge to fucking drop everything and show everyone everything.
Were
Does that
you
make
skinny
sense?
as a kid
Yeah,
or were you
vulnerable.
big as a kid?
I was big, then skinny because I was fucking medicated for 12 years with dexamphetamine.
Fat blue line?
Yeah.
Thin blue line?
Thin blue line, yeah.
Yeah.
Then fat again.
Yeah.
Fat, skinny, fat.
Cop this?
Cop this.
Fucking.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cop this.
Cop
is like,
this is actually good.
No,
Yeah,
I
'cause
like
I
that.
do throw
Here all day.
something at him.
Yeah,
Cop this.
Cop this.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, Delby with the fucking.
Oh, that's it, mate. That's me done.
All right, see you later.
I've already TM'd it. That's fine. You
Well,
can't
if it's
use
going to
it.
be in festivals, chuck a number in it.
Because you're very good at names.
Yeah.
And
Daniel.
Dude, he's
Yeah,
nailing this.
naming shows.
But
is-
naming the marketing, yeah.
You got to name something that your numpty that hasn't seen a comedy show before will buy it just because of the name. 33 years single, confessional.
Okay,
Like-
I'll tell you 3 of my show or 4 of my shows titles, and
Brew,
you tell,
Brew Brothers.
you tell me which ones,
I like
which
this.
one didn't sell out.
Right.
All right. Okay. I had Smoko King.
Definitely
There's first
selling.
one.
Yeah.
Yep. I've had Bartender's Guide to Idiots.
Pretty good.
I've had A Bogan Abroad,
Well, that's pretty good too.
and then the 4th one I'll give you is called Wizard's Piss.
Oh.
No one came to Wizard's Piss. Oh my
Piss was
God.
The first 3 are very self-explanatory.
Yeah,
Wizard's
yeah,
Piss
yeah.
sounds like Harry Potter's bar.
Oh man, and I was in a wizard's outfit.
What?
Yeah. No,
Fuck
I was in a bath, and for the poster, I was in a bath drinking, and there was like piss-colored water, and I had like a hat on.
I like that.
You
though.
should have called it Wizard Sleeve.
That's
No, because it
And
was
just
wizard's piss
had a big.
in
you could have been a big foreskin.
yeah.
that's pretty good as well. But in because I'm a lighting tech by trade, so if you accidentally drop a cable into water, we got this thing called wizard's piss, and you squirt it into it, and it saves you fucking from getting electrocuted.
Right.
And I was obsessed with that name, and no one else was.
Yeah, that's like Wolfie circling the drain. He won't let that go.
Because he just wants it.
He just wants it.
It wasn't. Which one was his one this year? It was like
Retarde.
Retarde hour.
We
came up
within like a few
2
days,
days.
and they were like,
Yeah.
you need to take that down,
You
mate.
shouldn't have to. Honestly, you shouldn't have to.
But it was so it's called Retardo.
Retarde hour. Because
Retarde
when we were
hour.
on here, he was sitting next to me and he was talking about someone. He goes, they're a little bit retarded.
He said it on the pod.
And I go,
from
you
the pod.
can't call someone a retard
Just
by
because
just
he
putting
used
an
an
accent
accent.
on the E. He's like, retarded is different. I was like, no,
Look,
it's
you
not.
know what? Wolfie can. Wolfie can get away with it. Okay, it's funny.
I would go to Retarde hour.
Yeah, I think that's good.
I think a lot of people would go.
But I
It's
don't
a
know.
good selling point.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when you rock up and they're not retarded.
Well,
Would
Wolfie is. Have you met him? He's very retarded.
Did you see Corey White had to change all of his description?
No. Why? What was it?
Oh, I can try and find
He
it
had
for
to
you.
change his pronouns to his show.
He had to change the description of his show for
Really?
Fringe. Yeah.
I saw some of them, and
It was, but some of it was a bit.
Some of it was like, oh, I don't know about that, and then there's a few were like, yeah, I can see that
Yeah,
point.
that's exactly. He sent it to me, and I was like, about 4 of them, I was like, yeah, fuck, that's bullshit. Like, that's keep that. And then there was like 2 of them, I was like, Corey, you probably should just.
Okay.
Was it about women or about Jews? About
It was Jew. There was Jew
Trans.
stuff. Yeah, I'll find it while you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sent it to me.
right, his was juvenile justice, but with with the
Little
Jews.
hat as well, got a dreidel and shit. Yeah.
Dreidel in the grave.
All right, so he had to change. Why isn't this opening? Okay, so what Corey had to change. At a minimum, we need you to remove, and he put this on his story and stuff like that, so everyone's seen it. Best jokes by a welcome to country mile, Jacinta Price.
Very fake quotes. From
it's a fake
fake
quote.
reviews, fake quotes.
Oh, it's a fake review. I thought someone came. I was like, okay.
Jacinta Price is the Aboriginal MP.
Very anti-Semitic, Benjamin Netanyahu. The fact most people are laughing demonstrates the dangerous rise of the far right in Australia. Karen from Highgate.
That's good.
Yeah. The word woke tards. He needs to remove that.
What? Why? That's fucking. That's
And the image of a boat with a weapon.
what? The image of a boat with a weapon.
Yeah, he must have had an image with a boat with a weapon.
That's so silly though. Like they shouldn't be able to censor woke tard because that's being woke, and they're being a woke tard censoring themselves. Or what do you think? Sorry, you're from Melbourne. You have a.
I don't know. I just would never put woke tard on it. You know what I concentrate on? Being funny as fuck for an hour. I don't need to be controversial. You know.
I think that was you who said that when you were last on the pod. You're like, I don't lean into all that. I just come out being funny and I just talk shit. And I like that as well. I love that.
I think a few people messaged me about this and I was like, man, I don't really think about it. I honestly just want to go out there and have fun for an hour.
Yeah.
I'm not there to stir a pot. I don't have anything smart to say. I'm not a political guy. It's like,
what do you mean not there to stir a pot? Before the pod, you said that you caused a 15-person snow brawl.
Yeah, but that's funny, dude. That is funny.
What the fuck is a snow brawl?
I'll tell you what a fucking snow brawl is. No, so I was like, maybe I'll tell them this awful gig I had. So I was in doing a gig for the snowfields, and the main reason you do the gig for the snowfields is so you get the lift pass and go snowboarding. It's fucking sick.
Which state's this?
It's in New South Wales, kind of like maybe it's Victoria, and it's a massive drive, but it's fucking best weekend.
Yeah.
But I got at the end of the gig, there was a big group of guys, and I got real chummy with them. You know, we're smoking a joint, having some beers, we're talking shit after the gig, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go chat to these other blokes over here, another group of 15 lads or whatever. So I'm chatting shit with them. You know, I made 2 new groups of mates. We're talking throughout the night, different intervals. But the first group of dudes, because you snowboard into this bar, and then you got to snowboard out.
Yeah.
And one of them felt like the first group of 15 left, and one of them stacked it. And I was like, I thought you said you were a pro snowboarder, you fucking pussy. Like, just mucking around because we're mates. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, fuck off, Brett, you dickhead.
Yeah.
Then the other group of guys I was with, they took that as in an open ticket. So then they're like, yeah, he does suck. He's a fucking bitch, whatever. And then they're like, what did you fucking say? And then 2 groups of 15 dudes then snowboarded into a half pipe, and then they got the snow machine guns going at night, so there's like creating snow, and there's just a fucking all-in brawl, and I didn't have a snowboard and I couldn't get down there anyway, so I'm climbing down the hill like, stop boys, stop, I was being silly, this is all my fault or whatever. And it eventually broke it up. And then I got stuck, because they snowboarded away, but I got stuck in the half pipe. It took me half an hour to climb out. I thought I was going to fucking die. My hands were frozen. I only had a T-shirt on in this blizzard. And I got back to the...
Blizzard piss.
And I got back to the accommodation. I told Goldstein what happened or whatever. And I had to have my hands in the sink for like fucking half an hour. And then the next night, I'm doing a gig... And like I'm on stage, and 2 cops walk in. I'm like, oh yeah, guess you're here for me, boys. And they go, yeah, no, we actually are.
We heard you throw a brick at our mate.
They go, did you? And they say, we'll chat to you after the show. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then I got off, and they're like, did you instigate a snowball last night? And I said, kind of. And
I do have a history of instigating riots.
yes, I'm 2 from 2. And I said to the cop, and the cop, because country cops are a different breed. He goes, mate, was it a fair fight? And I said, yeah, because everyone who hit the ground, no one was getting kicked on the ground or anything like that.
Because they're strapped into the snowboards.
Well, yeah, they're
just punching, falling over.
And then I said, yeah, it was a fair fight.
Yeah.
He goes, look, long as it was a fair fight, we'll just let it go.
Nice.
And I said, who rang and to complain? Because it was a pretty fair fight. And no, it wasn't, it was kind of on, then it was off. And he goes, mate, I'll give you the hot tip. It's never the winner that rings.
Fuck. So which group won? The guy that fell down or the other group?
I couldn't tell because they make snow at night. So they've got this big cannons that go into the air, and it's like a
Just
fucking
full.
blizzard in there. Yeah.
Were they hitting with snowboards or were they just punching?
No, they were just punching, and like there was like
because you do have one foot literally strapped in your board, so they would have had to.
I think they were off the boards,
Right.
and it was like. I haven't been to Gallipoli, but I've shooted similar. Yeah, in Gallipoli, I had a white wine while I was watching. Like, no, stop.
It was a blizzard, Craig. Blitzkrieg.
I actually got to tell you the story because for your Christmas show, you're doing like a tour of the is it a pub crawl?
That's after. So we got Christmas comedy show, but then 2 weeks after is a
pint to
pint run.
Right, because I messaged Branchy going, I've been knocked out at so many of those pubs. The best one, man, the Mullaloo Tavern. I think everyone in Perth has had to have been knocked out there at some
I've
stage.
had heaps of fights there.
Oh my
Sunday
God.
sessions back in the day.
My mate was he got into a fight with a dude. He got kicked. The guy that started the fight, he got kicked out.
Yeah.
But he was waiting for my mate. It eventually gets funny and no one dies. So don't worry. So my mate walks out of the Mullaloo Tavern. This guy just comes from behind him and just king hits him in the back of the head, knocks him out cold. And then so I knocked that guy out that knocked my mate out, and I was like, cop that cunt, right? But then I don't remember anything after this, obviously, because then his other mate knocked me out. Then my third friend knocked him out.
It's like waterfall.
Man, there was
knockouts.
there was 6 dudes on the floor, and all I remember is waking up and I'm running. But I'm running in someone else's shoes. Because my mate Chipper goes, yeah, he knocked you out of your shoes.
Fuck off.
Yeah, because I had loose shoes on and then I his shoes must have come off, and I'm running around with these size 12 shoes, and I'm like a size 9, just down from the cops, and I'm like, how the fuck did this happen?
Wow.
They were
What's
worse
that
quality
saying?
shoes as
Don't
well.
judge a man until you've run in his shoes. ran a mile in his shoes.
It was a rough mile. I got little feet. I just having someone else's shoes on, I couldn't explain it.
So fucking.
I got knocked out of my shoes.
You literally got punched out of your shoes.
But I think I fell down the stairway. Like it was it's fucking violent,
front
that
stairs.
stairway.
Yeah.
That's nuts, man.
Someone else's shoes.
And the worst thing about mullets is there's only one way in and out. So if you do get in a fight,
Yeah.
if you're out first,
Down
you
the
just wait
stairs.
for them.
Well, there's
Or
down
if
the
they're out first, they're waiting for you. So
Yeah.
I had a fight there once, and fucking this bloke had a swing at me. I punched him. I got kicked out. I was waiting for him. My mates were waiting for him, and I saw who it was, and I pointed at him. My mates ran and fucking fly kicked him like Tekken and knocked him out. Man. I was like, what the fuck? He's like Hadouken, full on just fly kick.
Grab his shoes, let's get out of here. Brady
That's how
needs
me
another
and-
pair of size
that's-
8s.
That's how me and Brett met.
I literally don't get in fights. I've only been in one fight, and the listeners have heard this fight. But
When you tried to fight a bikie.
yeah, I didn't. I did not try to fight a bikie. He got his girlfriend, I assume's head and smashed it against a window. So I thought I'd be honourable.
Yeah, you
and I
gotta
walked
step
up to him
in
and I was like, mate, you can't be doing that. And he's gone, what? And me,
Little John.
thinking he couldn't hear me because it's a nightclub. So I was
Man, now I want to punch you. You're in 2 fights. Yeah.
so I was like, mate, you can't do that.
Oh, what?
What? Okay.
Oh, no.
So me being a fucking idiot, and then he headbutted me, bang. Me being smart ass, he started bleeding. I didn't. And I was like, yeah, I play football. You're going to have to hit me harder than that if you want. So fucking... So he did. So we did.
Okay.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
So, yeah, that's the... and then, the bouncers came over and were like, yeah, okay. And I was like, see, I told you, mate, they're going to kick you out. And he's like, no, we are getting you out. And I look
your
over,
own
there's
safety.
like 8 or 9 bikies fucking stand up. And I was like, yeah. I'm probably going to leave. This is for your safety.
That was 19-year-old Brett. 36-year-old Brett said, no, I'm too old for that shit. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm like, have a nice day. Bye.
I was the same, 19. Like, it would have been 19. So
They were
fucking
only
dumb.
19.
Yeah, but that's the only fight I've ever been in.
Yeah.
And it was not even a fight. I just copped it.
Well, you were there.
Cop that.
I was copped it.
Cop this, cop that.
What?
That's pretty funny. You think that he couldn't hear you, so you tell him again.
Mate, you can't do that.
Puts your head through the glass.
Maybe that's another story I can turn into a
Yeah,
bit.
for sure.
Yeah,
That's good.
there's a bit now.
I enjoyed it, Brunch.
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. Well, if it works, it works. That's
It
good.
works, it works. Yep, storytelling's always the best.
Yeah. Other than that, what else have we got? Have we got any current news that we were going to go into?
Oh, yeah.
Did you want to discuss?
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
don't
What is going on in the world? There's fucking plenty going on.
Heaps of COVID.
COVID.
don't-
You know they're
I
wearing
fucking-
masks now in Perth again?
I don't want to talk about it, but that's all that the fucker reporter, man.
I went
It's
to
so
the beach. I
frustrating.
went to the dog beach the other day, and there was a lady wearing a mask at the dog beach.
Yeah, I mean, isn't it done? I've stopped thinking about it.
Yeah, it's front page of every fucking newspaper.
Yeah, but that's
man.
just because
I
they're
don't think
bored.
I don't
you
think
know what
people
I mean?
read the newspaper. Though,
No one
do
gives
they?
a fuck.
Oh.
It makes no sense to me, man. We're done.
Do you know who gave me the worst illness I've ever had in my life?
Yeah.
Andrew Wolf.
Really?
Right across at the Rose Mountain, just gave me a flashback to it. So we were doing a podcast together, like the Dum Dum Club or something.
Yep.
And Wolfie comes up and he's white and he's just sweating like beyond belief. And I was like, he goes, oh, fuck, man, I'm so fucking sick, man. I don't know why I'm here. I was like, dude, are you sick? Get the fuck
sounds
away
like
from
him.
me. He's like, oh, man, I'm fucking, they wanted me here. I don't know why I'm here. I'm sweating. I'm sick. I'm sick as a fucking dog. I've been in bed for 3 weeks. And I was like, get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me then. And then,
Was this when he wasn't drinking?
oh,
potentially?
When he's not drinking, he's still drinking lights. He drinks 38 of them. So
That was his withdrawal.
yeah, it could have been just him coming down. And then fucking, and he goes, oh, by the way, I think I've been drinking out of your beer. I was like, great.
Fuck.
And then the next day I was meant to go away on holidays, going like on a camping trip with my parents, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks in bed, just sweating it out, going, I'm going to fucking kill Andrew Wolf. And then I messaged him going, this is the worst thing ever. He goes, I feel fine though, I'm over it. Thanks, Wolfie, you fucking rat.
Fuck. Oh, a camping trip. So you mentioned before, actually, you went on a big long bike ride.
Yeah,
like motorbike.
so me and another comedian, Nick Capper, we got a little series coming out soon on like YouTube. We rode from Victoria to Tenterfield,
Yeah.
which is fucking like a
How
12.
far is that?
Fuck,
It's a lot.
it's fucking a lot. Like, have a little look on your little map there, but it's like
On your little
it's like, I think it's even
we can bring it up
is
for the
into
first time.
Queensland. Yeah, you go there. You go. You get to
Yeah,
use it.
we can use it.
Go Victoria to Tenterfield, but we found it was completely off road for like 90% of it, and then we
Okay.
found little tracks around it. I'm bad with remembering things, but I felt like 6,000 k's in total.
Melbourne to...
Melbourne to Tenterfield.
Which state's Tenterfield?
I think it's New South Wales, but it's kind of very close to the Queensland border from memory. It's fucking far. But then,
Well,
there you go, Melbourne to Tenterfield.
Yeah, you beauts. This is...
There you go.
Do you bring it over?
There you go.
No, you go like...
So it's pretty much driving to fucking Brisbane, isn't it?
So we go to there. You can sort of see how
Oh,
good...
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's pretty
Fuck.
far, yeah.
That's...
What's it saying? Kilometres? 1,459.
But then we went off road, and then we'd do day trips off there as well. So maybe it was 3,000 in total.
And this
Holy
was
fuck.
on your motorbikes.
Yeah, dirt bike
Yeah.
all the way there. So we got a little series of like they got the Ewan McGregor ones called the long way around. We're the wrong way around because we always fucking go down the wrong path, and then 4 hours later, like we're completely fucking lost.
Yeah.
But I've started doing.
Was it just used to with your GoPros?
GoPros, yeah, and then we meet up with his dad and a few other people. But I've started doing like I had a gig in Canberra, and I thought I'd try and push myself, and I rode 13 hours straight to get to a gig. So I left at like 4:30 a.m. in Melbourne, and then I went through Lakes Entrance, and then I went through all the snow, like hills and shit.
In the snow or like?
I've ridden in the snow before, but it's off season at that time. And then 13 hours off road to get to the gig.
Fuck.
Straight. So.
And 1 hour go.
Pardon?
13 hours straight and 1 hour go.
1 hour go. Mate, it was at least two. There was 3 truck stops, you know? 20 bucks is 20 bucks. Didn't have to pay for fuel.
I wasn't riding a motorbike for a little bit there.
I don't know what was harder on my ass.
You'd have a Gooch of steel after fucking 13 hours off road.
So how powerful is this bike?
So it's a 650. It's a DR 650. So if you know your bikes, it's a fucking pig of a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of dangerous, obviously, going off and riding into the forest by yourself.
Yeah.
But I find it, I don't know, it's kind of
Meditative.
a challenge. And I find it like a meditation. Like some people,
Yeah,
a lot of
right.
people who ride motorbikes
Yeah.
say it's meditative or whatever the word is. And that's kind of like, I don't know, because it's the only time you don't think because you're just concentrating on not dying.
Yes.
Well, I was about to say I'm the opposite. I think I'm on edge the whole time. If I'm like even just a scooter in Bali
You got
or
PTSD
fucking
from the guy that rode a motorbike at Buffon.
Yeah.
You're like, motorbikes.
what?
Yeah, but riding a scooter though in fucking Bali, that's stressful as fuck.
Very.
And also you got a skin full of piss.
Yeah. Organized chaos.
But off-road's a different beast because you got no reception as well. So if you're fucked, you're fucked. So you got to have
scary as
all
fuck.
your tools and shit. And like I got.
Did you get a radio, a satellite phone?
Well, I got told my dad fucking tore me a fucking new arsehole when I told him what I
it was
did.
1 hour ago.
Yeah, it was 1 hour ago. No, he comes quick. It was only 5 minutes. And so he bought me for Christmas. He bought me like a Garmin InReach, so I can send him text messages along the way saying, "Oh, look, it's fucking all sweet."
Yeah.
But it's so much fun. I love it.
Because I always wonder, like my housemate, he went camping on Sunday night just to Dwelling Up or something. And just he goes, all right, I'm going. I'm like, what do you do? He like sets a tent and listens to music and slept. What do you do when you park your bike?
Delby's not.
You're not an outdoor person.
I'm not, bro. No.
But that's incredible though. That sounds.
What do you do?
I tell you what I enjoy about camping is everything is, besides when you look at these crazy guys that go to the shops and get fucking more crap than ever, it's the simple things. Because it's like building a fire, cooking, and you got no TV, so it's like the meal is the entertainment. You know what I mean? Setting up the tent, getting ready for the night. I mean, obviously you got a joint in your bag as well. You're not stupid. You got a bottle of wine. You know what I mean? It's like you don't have to talk to anyone. There's no fucking screens. You got no reception. Like I got a little fishing line I have in there, so I can go throw that in the river.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's like caveman shit. I
Feels
love
like you're
it.
training for the breakup.
Oh yeah. That's what I've always wanted.
I think I went up to like Dampier Peninsula, which is fucking like up near Broome, and it's a bit further, and there's no reception, and went out there with a footy club, so we went on the joints, but plenty of beers. Kep was up there, a couple of lads, and I remember we went mud crabbing, caught our food. Fucking put it on that, like cooked it up ourselves, it was fucking.
It's the
and
process
then the
of
beers
it.
and just talking shit, and then by the time you're sort of done, it's sort of late, like you're ready for bed anyway. And
All I'm hearing from you two is you need some form of stimulant to enjoy it. You need weed or beers.
Well, the beers is
sober.
just
I do it sober as well, but I did one time. I did a big hike, like a 3-day hike, and I was just camping by myself.
Yeah.
And I had a joint, and in the middle of the night, a wombat tried to dig under my tent, and I was like, a ghost is trying to get me. I just had a fucking panic attack in this tent. I was like, if I don't move, it won't kill me. And then I woke up in the morning, it was just there the whole night.
What, a wombat just underneath you?
It was, a wombat trying to burrow under me, and he was trying to get to the warmth. But I thought I was freaking out because I was so high, and then I was like, the next day I was like, okay, no more weed when you're by yourself.
Especially while you're camping in the middle of nowhere.
That would freak me out,
Yeah,
man.
but it's kind of, man, it's fucking scary as shit, but it's kind of cool as well.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, what's going to get you? Like, you think of, when you go camping as a kid and shit, people like,
Featherfoot.
Yeah, there's always or a yowie or some shit.
Yeah.
Or the
Drop
only
bears.
thing that ever got you on school camps were your mates.
Yeah.
And they're not fucking there.
Yeah.
I remember one time
Or the
someone...
Catholic teachers.
We thought it'd be... Oh, fuck, this is bad. But I didn't realise how flammable a tent was. So we thought it'd be funny to burn the side of our mate's tent. And he was in it, and the whole thing went like whoosh, and it was just the skeleton of the frame. And he's like, "What the fuck just happened?" And he's like, he was in a tent, and then he was just seeing stars. And we're like, we nearly fucking killed him.
Oh my God.
And the teacher's like, "Who burned down the tent? That's it. We're going home in the morning." It was meant to be a 3-day camping trip. They drove us home after the first
Fucking
day.
hell. But you would, Jesus, that's like Coldplay. Look at the stars. It was all yellow, just fucking on fire. What you would not think tents would be flammable. That makes no sense.
They were like $8 tents.
Yeah,
from
the
it was
school.
outdoor ed at Forestfield High. You know what I memean? They weren't lashing out on canvas.
man.
Just fucking went up like a motherfucker. I was
nuts.
like, fuck, that rules.
So Forestfield High, I'm surprised you've even got to go and do camps, man. We had one
Well,
camp
no, they
in year
didn't after they
8,
stopped. Sorry, guys. Anyone else who was behind me a couple of years?
What's it? Did you have any crazy stories from Forestfield High, or was it pretty run of the mill?
Nah, Forey was, everything was man, there would be so many times where, I do a bit about this guy, and this, because every time there's a guy at school who you're like, why the fuck does this guy have a full beard?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah.
one of our teachers, his name was Dragon.
Yeah.
Or Dragon.
Dragan.
Yeah.
Like-
And he used to carry nunchucks. And like, man.
Enter the dragon.
I did the story about it, but we used to have a tough guy at our school. I'll delete the names, but tough guy at our school. And then obviously, like when Dragon or Dragon or whatever came to our school, they actually, when the two tough guys, they got to have a fight straight away. They haven't even had a chat. They could be mates.
Yeah.
But the best part was Dragon obviously knocked this dude out, but no one was like, it's like
And wore his shoes.
he wore his shoes. But he looked like a 38-year-old man, so like no one gave him shit. It's like, he lost to an adult. But then that other kid that got knocked out, his dad came to school to fight Dragon.
Wow.
To defend his family's honour. What? Yeah. And Dragon knocked him out as well. It was a generational bashing.
Wow. Fuck
Man, but that was like
Dragging the family tree
that was
through the
run of the
mud.
mill shit.
Yeah.
Like it was never a dull. We had a police officer permanently stationed there.
Did you throw a brick at him or what?
I learned my lesson.
Dragan, he was probably like a Serbian refugee from the war.
That's
that was
what I
like
think.
20 that didn't have a birth certificate.
But they said, he's escaped from a war. I was like, look at him. Which one? World War One? He's fucking old as shit. He used to go buy alcohol and no one would question him, you know? He had a full beard. He looked older than the teacher.
Oh, man. Dragan. Well, fuck. What was that? What's your craziest story memory from Wanneroo? My favourite was in, I think, year 9 or 10, Marty brought
Weed brownies?
Weed cookies. We had the Great Escape.
I remember
It
that.
was like a reward excursion. And-
Hillary's Boat Harbour, the Great Escape.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
So my mate brought like 20 weed cookies from his neighbour and brought them in and gave them to everyone. And one by one, every kid was just passing out down the water slides like fucked up, then lying on the beach. And
I remember.
I didn't do any of that
I
shit because
didn't.
I was trying to play footy.
Yeah,
So my image is of like 20 people, like Gallipoli, like, when they line the bodies up, just dead. They're just like lined up next to each other, napping.
I just remember Tarangi.
Tarangi on the bus, yeah, he got away with it.
Edibles are the most dangerous form of weed. And I still learned a valuable lesson. I think it was only 6 months ago. Fuck, now this is stupid. So anyway, Mum, I decided to try and smuggle drugs out of Thailand.
What?
No, you did not.
Yes, I did. Yeah, not into Thailand, out of Thailand.
Fucking
To
hell.
where? Here.
Yeah, well, I wanted to smuggle it into the lounge and on the flight. So marijuana or edibles are legal in Thailand, but they had these really hard lollies. And
Yes.
one of my mates, and it was a marijuana shaped leaf, and like one of the leaves, I was just having a bit of that. That was ruining me. But
Yeah.
I could function on it.
Yeah.
but they were so hard and they'd take so long to dissolve.
Yeah.
My genius idea, my mate's idea, and I went, yeah, that's a good idea. He goes, let's hide 2 of them in our mouth and get through customs. And they won't dissolve by then because they're taking 15 minutes to dissolve unless you chew them.
Yeah.
And I was like, great idea. Then I can have them on the plane. I can be high the whole time. So we get through customs and I was like, there's no line, so this is going to fucking work.
Yeah.
Put him in the mouth, get around the corner. The world's fucking biggest line you've ever seen.
Oh my God.
And it's Thailand, so it's intense security.
Machine guns.
Yeah, and they're melting so fast. They're melting. I'm melting, but I'm finding it funny because I'm at that right level of high, and my mate gets through, and it took us like 30 minutes to get through, and I said, dude, is yours melting? And he goes, I spat him out half an hour ago. I was like, what are you talking about? And he goes, have you got both of them in your mouth? I said, yeah, they're gone. And he goes, oh no. And then I was like, oh no. Oh no. And then, we paid to get into the lounge because I was like, and I ran into and I was like, oh, fuck, I'll get some food into me. Then I was like, no, you got to throw it up. So I went to the bathroom to try and throw it up. I was trying to shit it out. I couldn't. And then I was so high, I was having a shower, and the whole time I was like, I'm going to end up in a Thai jail. The whole time I was like, oh, I should listen to my brother. He told me to take up Muay Thai boxing. I didn't fucking do it. I'm going to get bashed. I'm going to get fucking bashed. I should have taken up Muay Thai boxing. And then I come out to like 8 of my mates, and I'm just sitting there like white as a ghost. And then the only one mate kind of knew I did this, and everyone's like, where's Brett? And they're like, oh, he's here, but he just hasn't said anything in an hour. And I'm like,
he's here, but he's not here.
No, and apparently edibles turn in your liver, they can turn into a bit of a psychedelic trip as well. I since learnt after, which explained a lot afterwards. But I remember turning to my mate and saying, you need to call an ambulance. And he goes, I ain't calling an ambulance, brother. He said, you're going to get through this together. And I was like, no, I need an ambulance. And he goes, no.
Fuck.
And he goes, give me your passport, give me your boarding. I had to get through one more security check. And he goes, just don't say anything and just keep walking. And I walked up to a guy like,
I don't know what to do with my hands.
It just reminds me of...
And he goes, thank you. And then my mate walked me to my chair, sat me down, and then just put on Finding Nemo for me. And but 3 days later, I reckon I was still stoned. It fucking wrecked me for days.
That just reminds me of that in-betweener scene,
good.
you know, when he has weed for the first time. Time is moving very slowly, and I think I'm going to die.
Someone call my mum. Yeah, that's what I was like. You know it's bad when you're like, I don't give a fuck. I need a doctor right now.
It's so funny that your mate had the foresight to just go, oh no, this is a dumb idea. I'll spit it out.
Yeah, but he didn't give me the heads up. It's like, brother, we're in this together. I was like, oh, if we're both going to be fucked, at least it will be a good story. He's like, oh no, I spat it out half an hour ago. I was like, what the fuck?
Fuck, man. I do like the weed over there.
That's brilliant.
Is good, but the good thing I like about it is you can pick what sort of stones you want. Like if you want to have like a creative stones, you can pick the right sort of weed, and it's good like that. But I remember getting stuck in a monsoon with Lina on an island, and we're like, well, we can't boat back because it's pissing, so let's just go to this little reggae spot. And I remember, we might as well smoke some weed while we're here. And then the guy, I just remember him looking at me saying, oh no, oh no. And I was like, what's wrong? And he's like, your eyes. He's like, do not laugh. And as soon as he said that, I couldn't stop laughing for fucking 20 minutes.
Yeah, I would have thought,
20 minutes.
I thought it was like a trick where they say it's legal, but it's not legal.
No, it's legal.
When I got that, you said...
recently.
That would be great. If you're not in Perth for Fringe, I got a show called Sesh Stories.
That's good.
That story is perfect for it.
Well, the worst part was, so I was telling my mates when we got home, and I was like, man, like, I was just going to have it for the plane. And he's like, well, technically you were at the airport, which is still Thailand. So it's still legal in Thailand. So you didn't need to put it in your mouth. First of all. Second of all, he goes, marijuana is legal in Victoria. If you have a script. And I was like, oh, so the whole thing was pointless. He goes, yeah, you're just a fucking idiot. And I was like, because he goes, like, you didn't have to hide it because you're in... It's only illegal when you land or in the international waters. So I only wanted to have it in the lounge and for the plane. And I could have just
brought
done
it in
that.
and done it. Oh, man. Don't you hate
I was like,
that when you
where was that
reflect?
information yesterday?
You're like, it is yesterday.
Yeah,
Oh,
fuck.
man, it was 3 days on the couch just going like, I think my mind's ruined forever.
How do you get out of that mindset, man? That's the scare. When we got tricked and got drugged with LSD in Vegas, if I had not been told from my mates that, again, the same dude that did the weed cookies, his crew were like, when we have acid, the first time I had it, he goes, I wanted it to finish, and then it went for another 12 hours.
That's what scares me is there's no end point.
So that's when we got drugged, when I realised what it was. If I hadn't have known I was in for another 12 hours, you'd lose your mind, man. Because you would be thinking, fuck, I'm stuck like this.
Yeah.
Fuck, why everything's fucking glittering? Why can't I fucking look at the TV? Why is the basketball players shining?
Yeah.
That's
And you'd be like, whoa, if I stay like
the
this.
first time you get stoned, you're like, oh fuck, I'm never gonna get out of this. I've ruined. This is gonna be me forever.
Forever.
And then now I'm like, I wish it was. It was cheaper. It's so much cheaper.
It's so much
My
fun.
weed pen cost me $300. You know.
I think the only thing with weed with me, it's fun at the time, and the next day I'm really unmotivated. The next day, not while I'm on it, but the next day, and the next morning, and I just
like a
think
hangover.
when you
it's
get
almost
shit-
like a hangover, but it's not. But yeah,
when you get shit weed, because I got this script because I got fucking fucked back and
Yeah.
all this stuff. But there's stuff.
For legal purposes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely do that. Oh, my back hurts. I'm suffering from anxiety.
What's your back fuck from before you go?
It's just long. I got rotated and hip the
Flexor.
hip flexor is
yeah.
fucked and it pulls my back.
Oh, yeah.
I've done my back in 3 or 4 times. We've had many a conversation about long-term pain.
yeah, the
But this
hip
is-
flexors are a big part of that one.
I'm
yeah,
riding a motorbike for so
especially
long.
'cause they're
No,
up
man,
like
mine
this.
sitting down kills me. If I'm on the motorbike, I can sit on the motorbike for 12 hours. There's something about the posture and where
Yeah.
your legs are. It's fine.
Yeah.
And I stand up most of the time off-road.
Yeah, okay.
So it's good for me.
Yeah, so sorry, you were getting...
The weed thing is the shit weed that you obviously get from, you know, your friend that's fucking got whatever.
Yeah,
But when you get the stuff you get, surprise, surprise, the stuff you get from the doctor's real good. And they calculate, like, I've got CBD oil for like, you know, like inflammatory shit in my knee and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's got a little bit of THC in it.
Yeah.
That stuff's perfect. But then the weed stuff to help me get to sleep,
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
I've always been interested in... Like, I wonder... Because I struggle to sleep at night. Like,
Yeah,
that's when I'm
switching
the
off
Have you
most
tried
active.
CBD
Yeah.
oil?
Nah.
Because
Well,
that's no THC
Yeah.
or very low.
It's-
You don't get a high.
Illegal here, but I think they started Victoria as the first trial state where you can get it, and then I think they'll be rolling it out after a year or two after they get the feedback, because the weed pen they gave us is for sleep, but obviously if you stay up, you're having a good time. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I'm trying to sleep in the movies again. This is funny, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it really does help with your sleep, and you wake up pretty clean. The only thing you got to worry about is your driving, because it's still obviously illegal to have THC in your system.
Yeah.
So you
One
just
of
got to be
those-
you got to be careful when you're driving and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, it's the same as drinking, I guess. It's
Yeah, just got
same.
to try and monitor it, you know. But I think drinking has a scalable thing where it's like 0.06 or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Where weed's just like it's either you have it in you or you don't.
Oh, is that what
So
they
it's-
do?
Yeah, so it's they don't have the test correct for it. So
Yeah,
I'm thinking
okay.
they're waiting till it goes Australia wide to see if that
Figure
law
it
might
out.
have to change or some shit.
Yeah. Would there be a level of like, because
Well, even the alcohol one's not right, because my 0.05 could be sober and another person's 0.05, they're shit-faced.
Yeah.
You know, like the actual blood alcohol content.
Oh,
they've done
definitely. Like
a one-size-fits-all, but it's not right.
yeah, my 0.05 would be shit faced.
Yeah?
I'm fucked now. Like
Well,
I can't.
yeah.
I'm so piss fit.
I did.
He's a wizard of piss.
I did some training the other day. I did the piss training, drinking and running, and I had 3 pints. And on the third pint, I was
So
like,
just, that's what I called
"Who
running.
wants to go have beers?" I was fucking drunk.
What do you
very
call
quickly.
it? Dumb.
No, I said you said having beers then going drinking and going running. I was like, so just running.
He's an Amy X Sport.
Classic. Yeah, no, it was surprisingly
That's a great call.
Man, but
surprisingly easier than I thought.
Running drunk though,
Yeah.
fuck, you really notice the difference. Like
Oh.
I went mountain biking maggot, and I was like, not only was I unco, but I was like, just sweating away.
Did you feel you took more risks when you were mountain biking maggot, or were you more careful? Because I've got a theory on this one.
I think I took more risks, but I also take a lot of risks normally with mountain biking or whatever. But I just didn't think I cared as much about the consequences.
Yeah, that's my theory. Is like pissy driving is obviously when you're hammered, don't do it. But like, I think that when you're drunk, you drop your inhibitions and you do riskier shit.
Yeah.
So you're more likely to crash. Because I think that if you've had a few beers, you'd be completely right to drive. But it's when you lose that inhibition or like, oh, I'm just going to fucking speed up for this little bit. And that's when...
Oh, I've got this
the
corner.
reaction times,
Yeah.
Because like, I don't think speed kills at all, man. If you're sober and you're speeding, it doesn't kill. I think it's just poor decision making. We spoke about this with Dave as well.
Yeah.
It's like your decision making is the thing that kills most people.
Yeah.
And but then
you
if you
can
got the
speed
faster you're
safely.
going, also the less time you have to react and think and calculate as well.
Yeah.
But that thing is, you have 3 beers and you go,
Yeah, who cares?
I've got this. It's the same reason why you walk up to a hot chick and you're like, and dude, she says no every time. So don't get behind the wheel pissed.
I don't know. I mean, over in Germany and stuff, you go along there and they're fucking zoom on whatever they want. Yeah. But it's because it's commonly known. This is what it is.
And like pissy driving, you should never do it. Like the fact that Uber is $20.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you get in your car?
Man,
for $20, man.
I put my hand up, and I think we've all probably done some drink driving when we're younger, and it's
100%.
fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And there's no excuse for it now.
No.
And like, multiple times I've just gone, I'm just gonna leave my car in the city. It's a fucking $12 Uber, or get a
Yeah.
Oh, do you imagine killing someone?
Yeah.
Fuck me. It's not even about you kill yourself.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Fine.
That's your problem.
Yeah.
Killing someone else.
Yeah.
So I've never pissy drive. I've got like my mum's brother died drink driving, and she was the one that answered the door. So she was like, "Don't ever make me have to go through that again."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Yeah, I won't." There was one night I remember though, I was like having drinks, but I just wasn't getting drunk. So I'd had like just over a quarter bottle of Jacks. I was like, man, I'm like sober as a judge now. I'm like, so I stopped drinking. Maybe like 40 minutes later, I was like, I'm good. I gave the boys a lift. I got pulled over like for the first time in a year and a half.
Yeah.
Cops breathalyzed me. And I was like, right, like this will be a great test to figure out if my judgment, where I'm like, I'm not pissed, is right or wrong. And he goes, have you had a drink? I said, yeah, I've had some drinks, had some Jacks, but last one was like an hour ago. And I blew 0.03.
Okay.
So he was like, if you're on your P's,
of
you
how
lose.
much?
Off what's
What'd you
between
say?
a quarter and a half, like maybe a third of a bottle of Jacks.
Holy fuck. No, I'm not driving after that.
Have I told you the story about how?
Over how long? Sorry.
So you go.
Maybe 2 hours. So, but like I literally I felt like this. I was like, whatever's happened, maybe I had food that time, or maybe I played footy or something. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, okay.
But I was like,
Railing coke in the gun. Don't know what was going on. Anyway,
what were you saying, sorry, before I interrupted?
friend of the show, when Kyle Legacy spiked my drink.
Oh, no, with what?
When was this?
Well,
and shout out Kyle, rest in peace, Kyle's nan as well.
Oh man, she's such a beautiful woman. I'm so sorry, Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I started it. And
You instigated it? No way. Not with your track record.
technically, one of my friends, maybe it was my 30th birthday or something, and Kyle was about to do comedians versus
I remember
rapper.
this night very clearly.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So one of my mates, or me, I don't know, put MDMA in his beer.
Yeah, I remember this. I remember
Just
this
a
very
little
well.
bit, because we were like, he hasn't had it before. He'll be like, his senses will be over.
Yeah.
Like, it was funny. We were all planning to
You
do
were
it.
Ari before Ari with
Yeah.
Bert.
Oh god. Now I feel like a creep. I'm fucked. Well, it wasn't me. It was my friend.
Yeah.
And we all planned to do it that night before, like later that night anyway.
Yeah.
And his was just a little bit sooner than he expected. And so the following night, like we had a big night out. We all had a laugh about it.
Yeah.
He was on stage. He's like, I don't know what's going on, yo. I'm feeling so many emotions up here.
Yeah, I've got to try find the video clip. He starts to rap and he goes, a hit, a hippity hop, and does this like hip hop step over to the stage. I'm like, what the fuck is a hip and a hop, yo? And
I
like,
think I was
did the
there
jump.
that night.
No, it was nuts.
Was he wearing the glasses, the weed glasses that night?
I think that actually was that
Maybe.
year.
Yeah.
But we were like,
Yeah.
man, we got like we put that in your drink. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, drink it. He goes, it does taste funny. I'm like, he goes, you wouldn't do that to us. Anyway, we did.
You fucking would. You
And then the
fucking.
next night I wasn't drinking, so it was like Friday. That was Friday night, so I had Saturday night off because I was going to drive back. And he goes, oh, do you want something from the bar? And I should have known. I said, yeah, just get us a pint of orange juice.
Yeah.
And he put like 3 shots of vodka in it, or 4. And obviously you can't taste vodka, or you don't know.
Yeah.
And so I
It depends on your tolerance.
Yeah, well,
Like 4 shots of
I'm an
orange juice.
alcoholic. It wouldn't touch the sides, mate. Fucking, that's a mimosa for me. And so I've put this pint down.
Yeah.
And then coming out of, like, I think it was Perth or whatever.
Yeah.
And I come around the corner and there's a booze bus and I can turn off. But I'm like, well, I haven't had a drink. Fuck.
Oh, fuck off.
Good on you, you dumb cunts. Wind the window down. G'day, boys. How are you?
Yeah.
Anything to drink? Nah. Blowing the bag. Cool. Step out of the car, sir. What? What? They're like, yeah, you're .06 or some shit. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he goes, yeah, you're mid-range. Get out of the car. And I was like...
And looking like you as well. You can't go, I haven't drank, officer. You got a swan draft shirt.
Yeah, Bintang singlet, still smoking.
Yeah.
And they have to park your car off to the side. And I was like, fuck me. And
Yeah.
then I was like, legacy. But, man, this is where it came like, so the cop at the time, the cops used to have, the cop bikes was like a GS 1200.
Yeah.
And then it moved to, I think it was a Honda. I can't remember the Honda it moved to, but it had an automatic clutch on this motorbike so they could go super slow without stalling. And so I pulled off to the side and I'm just talking to the cop about his motorbike. We're just talking shit about bikes, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, yeah, I'm from Kununurra. I was like, oh, I was just fucking up at Kununurra last thing. I was like, man, there's a great fishing spot around here. He goes, yeah, I went fishing there. We're like... best mates within 12 minutes. And he goes, and I said, look, this is what's happened. My mate's done this, whatever.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm glad you got me off the road because I don't want to be fucking driving around pissed, which is true.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, we got to take you in the thing and do the test again, you know? And he goes, well, what are you going to do if you're over? I said, well, fuck, I'll have to stay here. I'll get a hotel or whatever. And he goes, so like right now, like you're not going to drive your car home tonight, are you? I said, nah. And he goes, all right. Walk away now. I went, what? And he goes, walk. And I went, and I just walked off.
What a legend.
that
Just
is
walked
incredible.
off.
What a
'Cause
legend.
he could see it was coming down.
Yeah.
And it was going to come down below the .05. So he's just like, just go, brother.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fuckhead. I was polite.
Yeah.
I rang my dad. He's like, that is never fucking happened. But I was like, country cop.
Yeah.
Talking to him about motorbikes.
Motorbikes.
Fuck, the perfect storm.
Mate.
And then I get to Festival Club.
What was his badge number?
And I just fucking grab Legacy. I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, you little moron. But then I told him the story. He's like, yo, you got away with it though, brother. That's fucking sick.
What a fucking story.
Shut the Jaeger, yo. Had to end up having the best night ever, and then ended up going home with a lovely lady, but I couldn't remember where my car was. Walk out of her apartment, car's straight out the front. The perfect storm. And I was like, you wouldn't read about it, but then got into the car, around the other corner, booze bus again. But I got waved through this time. I was like, fuck, is it still in the system? I was like, I am never running this gauntlet.
Legacy probably didn't put anything in
fuck.
drink, said he did, and it was just you pissed from the night
Like
before.
yeah. 100%.
Fuck.
Fucking hell.
That's never going to happen again in my life, so now I don't even bother risking it, you know?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, it's fuck. Well, that's a wholesome one. That's
Yeah.
good. That's like
I mean, besides the kind of rapey spiking someone's drink.
that's like the legal bikies. Two wholesome bikies chatting about bikes and drinking, but in the nicest possible way.
Talking
Yeah.
about Kununurra.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Where is the fishing spot in Kununurra?
Not fucking telling you.
Is Kununurra on the coast, yeah?
Kununurra's up north,
Yeah.
Australia.
But it's got like a coastline, not like inland.
It's got really good barramundi fishing up there. It's like some of the best beautiful barramundi. You never get a better barramundi than up in Kununurra.
You still do a lot of that, like all the diving and the.
I went
marines?
back because last time we talked about diving and how I had too many shark things and I got scared and I fucking backed away from it.
Yeah.
But I started diving again. I was in Vietnam on a holiday and when I
You just went recently, yeah.
Back in Nam.
Yeah, I had back in Nam. I had for a gift. My partner bought me a dive trip, and we did like 4 dive sites, and I just fucking fell in love with it again.
There's no sharks in Vietnam.
No, there was none. It was really nice, and they gave you a beer after. So it's still one of my goals now because I got like an advanced deep water specialist diver.
Whoa.
So you can get down to like 70 meters with multiple tanks. But I never finished being a master diver, and my pop was a master diver. Always wanted to be a master diver.
Right.
So I want to
What's
kind
a
of
master diver
Mate,
versus
it's
master
Pussy
baiter?
like a champion.
yeah. Just a growl king. No, like they got open water, they got advanced open water, then you got like rescue diver. So it's just a different qualification.
Okay.
So once you get like to master diver means you've had certain amount of experiences, you can handle different situations.
Yeah.
You got to do like heaps of different diving. So I was like, it's just motivated me to give myself a new little challenge, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm not diving in Perth. Fuck that. Too many sharks. Hate it.
Stacks, eh?
Fucking lot, eh?
Have you seen? I think it was a documentary on Netflix. I haven't watched it. My brother was telling me there was they were like deep sea guys working on a pipe or something. But they were connected to, like they were connected either by the tube to the mouth or by the string, and they left a bloke like a stupid amount of meters below the ocean, and they thought he was dead. And when they got him, he was still alive, and they moved him and brought him back up. Have you heard that?
No.
Okay.
Because those guys that do that shit under deep sea, they're only allowed out. So they drop them they dive down to these different pods and they have different stops because you got to bring yourself back up.
Yeah.
And they live in these little fucking mini submarines underwater. But they're only allowed out.
It's crazy.
For 12 minutes.
Yeah.
And then they got to go sit back in there for 48 hours and come back
It's crazy how they just do it bit by bit. And whereas if you're like Jade and you just free dive, you can just go up and down as you want. That's so weird.
Because of the tank.
Yeah, because of the tank thing that fucks it.
But wasn't one of the
free diving
companies
is insane. I'm obsessed with watching it.
Yeah.
It's such an incredible sport.
Have a listen to the episode with Jade. She's going to be like world champion.
Yeah, she'll be definitely.
She's like a protege.
Has she told you about her shark experience?
No.
We'll have to get her to tell.
Just let's tell Brett while he gets back into diving.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, no, like... okay, guys. They got her down and they were... she can tell it better, I guess. Obviously, we'll get her to tell it when she's on. But she was telling me how there was like 4 tiger sharks down there while she was doing a float. But they were practicing. They went into like... They put themselves in a situation where they were going to have to navigate tiger sharks.
Why?
And they were like... And she had to like navigate these 4 tiger sharks and she was like pushing their heads away and as they were coming up. I was like, what the fuck? And she said it got pretty dicey and everyone, when she got to the top, they were like, oh, how sick was that? And I'm like, this is
so dumb.
Yeah, but yeah, she learned how to navigate tiger sharks because you're so.
Yeah, you know how I navigate them? I don't get in the fucking water.
Well, she gets in the water, so she has to learn. This is the thing.
I'm going back to dirt biking. Fuck that. Delete that diving shit. I'm not back. I'm not back. I'm a coward.
We'll get her to tell her if she comes back on about the backs and stuff like that.
That's insane.
But yeah, that was fucking.
Wasn't there a
nuts.
company that was like cheaping out on the divers, the tank that they've got to go in or the pod and fucking killing them all?
Well,
did you hear about that company?
Sometimes you got to have a proper tank to fill up the air, but some places just whack it onto a normal fucking air compressor and shit. So you're not getting a good oxygen mix, but you got to be super careful because sometimes you're doing like a normal mix is like 70-30 or some shit. I can't remember the numbers, so some nerd will probably message us. But then you go down past like I think it's like 40 meters. Oxygen's poisonous, so you got to have helium in the tank.
Yeah,
and then it's like it's very technical. So it's like and obviously when you're underwater, it's called nitrogen narcosis, where you're fucking stoned.
Yeah,
and you react very slowly. So that's where people get fucking. That's where people die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a sad note to end on.
How long do we have? Because you said you needed to be gone.
Should I put 7 edibles in my mouth and try and smuggle it out of the studio for a laugh?
What do you want to plug for upcoming or future?
I've got my new comedy specials coming out probably early January. So if you can jump onto my YouTube or my Instagram at Brady Blake, and then I got a podcast called Flat Stick, which is about adventure bike riding and just being a low breed and cars, and mountain biking. If you like bikes, beers, and bullshit, go for that.
Nice.
And but that's got our little series on our YouTube channel called The Wrong Way Around, which will be coming out probably December 16. So I'm pumped about that.
Nice.
Is there anything just to trial our new technology? Is there any clips that you like on YouTube that you want to watch and react to?
Have you got any?
Clips that we can watch on YouTube?
Nah, you don't want to watch my stuff. You guys have to get a note and pen and paper
let's
out
do
or
it on
whatever.
Patreon.
You know.
Yeah, okay, Patreon, yeah. We'll do.
Have you listened
put Reynolds fire extinguisher.
Oh
Oh yeah, I'll see if I can find
what
that.
a great way to
Okay.
fucking end.
have you listened to the Alan Roberts app on this?
No, I haven't, no.
Oh, you'll love it. It's all adventure bike. He did the whole of from the north of England all the way down through Africa, across up to Russia on his bike.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was nuts.
I wish I had unlimited money just so I could just live on the back of a bike and just go around Australia.
Then he entered the Dakar Rally.
I did the Dakar.
Yeah.
Wait, is that young guy that recently rode to Dakar and then did Dakar?
Yeah. I don't know if it's the same one, but he rode there on his bike and then he actually left, came back. And what did he come third in the world or something? Never trained, never entered before. And he just went in.
I think I've seen this article and you had him on your pod.
Yeah, Alan Roberts, legend, bro. Like, he's been on
Right,
twice.
because someone showed me this article and it was about a kid who'd never, like a young bloke who'd never really trained or did anything.
Yeah.
And he, took his bike from the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Rode to Dakar, which was already psychotic for 13 days. Then did Dakar and did awesome at it.
Yeah,
That's him?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Oh, man, because someone sent me the article and I'm fucking dyslexic, so I always push back reading shit. And I was like, I've got to see this thing.
Yeah.
But fuck.
That's him, bro.
Now that's awesome.
So it's number 92. It's the episode everybody says is their favourite. So it's a pretty sick story because he started off as a tuna cowboy, getting sharks out of the back of the tuna nets, was in the Air Force, and then went to London just fully bright-eyed, like no idea, and ended up getting a bike. I won't ruin any of the surprises.
No, because there's a photo of him just with his shirt off eating a nachos or something.
Yeah, probably.
And someone's just like, they felt so sorry because he didn't have any pit crew and they had nothing.
He just had himself, yeah.
Yeah. And everyone's like, this cunt's going to die.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
Yeah. He's
Dude, that's sick. I'm fucking stoked.
He wrote
with
a book called The Hard Way Home. So,
really?
Yeah, so...
Fuck, how am I so... was unaware, but now I'm pumped
because he talks about... I can't remember what bike he had, but you love it because he's full on... He talks about his bike and all the issues that he was having, and there was a girl that he met and they rode through Africa together and like all the corruption and fucking sicknesses and fucking cool. It was really, really exciting.
Fuck,
so there's 2 parts. 92.
92.
Alan Roberts.
Okay.
I can't find the... I can't
celebration.
Can't find the celebration. I can only find the...
We'll do it on Patreon because Brett's got to go.
Yeah, we'll find it in a sec.
So for us, what have I got? I got...
Turn 4. Van Gisbergen opens up the corner.
Oh, that's all I remember.
Van Gisbergen.
Try and make sure that he doesn't get eaten under brakes. But there's nothing in it on the run up to
That's Waters and...
That's Waters at the moment and Shane Van Gisbergen battling it out.
Yeah.
Cam Waters.
Is he Kiwi or Safa?
Shane Van Gisbergen is Kiwi and Cam Waters is from Mildura.
Campbell Waters sounds like a state. Been living down in Campbell Waters.
Yeah.
That's my old race team before David Reynolds reached out.
Yeah.
Well, this
Monster Racing.
Well, this one is the wrong race. So,
There'd be like 2 races that weekend.
Yeah. But,
We'll do a Patreon
Yeah,
where
we'll
we
do a
try
Patreon.
fuck around with it.
Yeah, sick.
I got. I'm just on a bunch of comedy weeks, so hot blokes and spicy jokes.
No, you're doing
tomorrow.
that. Nicky show.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
Because Dad's comedy got cancelled, and then all private gigs and a celebrancy. So that's it. If you want to come to a gig, otherwise, next week I'm going to start a Printify store. I've got Mrs. Claus and Mr. Claus, him and her shirts with like the girl scratching the guy's back and the guy grabbing her ass.
That's nice and horny.
Yeah.
So if you want to wear a shirt and come at the same time, have we got the merch for you?
Yes. Yeah. So the little Christmas things, I've got that. And then I got one with a dog called Santa Claus, but like Claus. So I'm just trying to
Wait, what was that name for my show again? You got to tell me.
cop this.
Cop this.
Or cop that.
Cop that.
Yeah.
All right.
I love
Well,
that.
you do cop this, and the part 2 can be cop that.
Cop that.
Yeah. I had none of this and none of that for my Italian one.
I've got tonight. I'm at Leadable, but that's it. I think that's it. I've got a few other shows I think coming up, but Dad's Comedy's not done.
Nah.
That's done. So
Postponed.
So yeah, not much. But yeah, that's it. Hit the Patreon.
Yeah.
Mate, get us some money because I'm taking a risk.
Yeah.
Big old risk.
Guys, there's a lot of expensive shit in this room. Please. They need it, dude. It's... Ooh. Well, Branchy was out the front begging before.
Not far off it.
Yeah, gee.
Yeah, but sick.
All right.
Cheers
thanks.
for coming on, man.
Sure.
All right.